Alright, you read the title. We are analyzing every single frame, and Mr. Beast spends 1 minute in Luigi's Mansion. Hashtag John Wick, hashtag Luigi. Uploaded by Beanie Bros. What am I doing with my life? Let's go. Okay, frame 1. We see Mr. Beast, the entire screen. We can see King Boo up there in the window. Mr. Beast has eye. Frame 2, we can see Luigi in the very bottom, see him there. Mr. Beast does not change. Nothing else changes. The only thing that changes is Luigi. Okay, frame 3, we can see Mr. Beast's arms move. In frame 4, his arms move a tiny bit more, and Luigi moves a tiny bit more. In frame 5, Mr. Beast's mouth moves from this very wide expression to a more shocked expression. Luigi moves by like a pixel in the bottom. This next frame is him just moving his arms a tiny bit more. Next frame is the same thing, same thing, same thing. Luigi basically almost goes fully behind the pillar. Same thing yet again. A few frames later, he switches to have, from I to have. Indicated by him saying later on, like, I have to survive in this haunted mansion for 1 minute. Luigi is fully behind the pillar at this point. You can see very few pixels of his gloves sticking out. Mr. Beast's mouth moves again, just widens a tiny bit. You can see Luigi's glove poking out. He says 2, so I have 2. His mouth moves again. Survive. I have to survive in this haunted mansion for 1 minute. His mouth moves yet again. It just goes by a tiny bit. You can see his bottom teeth there. You can also see Luigi's chest, hat, and nose sticking out from that pillar back there too. A few more frames. His mouth switches again. He's in a very zesty pose right now. Luigi is almost fully out of that pillar in the back. King Boo is staying in position. His mouth opens again. Luigi is fully out of that pillar. His arms are moving a tiny bit. He says in, so I have to survive in. His mouth opens again. We've seen this position many times. His mouth closes again. He says this, so I have to survive in this. Ooh, we actually see his tongue this time. It's very red. Looks kind of weird, actually, now that I think about it. This is the first time I'm seeing his tongue. Closes it again. His arms are still moving, by the way. Luigi is headed into the mansion in the back. His arms, Mr. Beast's arms, are now going back to his side. Haunted. I have to survive in this haunted. I mean, to his credit, the mansion does look pretty haunted back there. Opens his mouth, closes his mouth, more of the same stuff. He says mansion, so I have to survive in this haunted mansion. We're getting somewhere. We're 2 seconds in. Luigi is engulfed by the mansion text, almost back there. 4. For how long, Mr. Beast? That's the question. 1 minute. Also, you can see that he closed his mouth. Something that is a rare sight in this video because he's always yapping. A few frames later, his mouth just gone. Then it's open again. He looks so happy. Okay, in the time span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 10 frames, it zooms into King Boo. It says he's. You can also see the pixels on the mansion, but not King Boo, because upscaling, I guess. He's. King Boo is also seen floating up and down. Not. His mouth is opening. Also note that this is not the Luigi's Mansion King Boo. This is just the regular King Boo, as seen in Mario Kart or something. Weird. Just now noticed that. He's not gonna make it. Zooms into King Boo. Oh, great transition we have here. I can see the pixels on Luigi, on Mr. Beast's face. Okay, you can see a Mario painting back there. Mario's absolutely dead. I swear the background for that Mario painting is like a background that we see in, like, later on. I don't know. So a few frames later, it says whose. His arms are greatly extending. They're opened now. Instead of in fists, kind of, in a fist somewhat shape. Who's this? Green hatted dude. His eyes are opening and closing as well. New facial expression, okay. He's back in that classic Jimmy Beast smile pose. Okay, cuts to Luigi. He has a mirror behind him. He says King. His fist is slightly moving. King, boo, because he is Italian. Killed. As he says killed, it starts to zoom in on him. My, Yoshi. It's a very weird face you have there. I can tell this is just easily traced over. So then Luigi walks away. No walking animation, I don't think. He just slides away. Just sits on that for a few frames. Cuts back to Mr. Beast. King who? He says. Yep, there we go. He looks kind of high right now. I guess he's just confused, I don't know. And then, as you can see, King Boo appears in one frame. This is a great frame right here. He appears, laughs. No animation, just, you know, comes down. Mr. Beast goes from happy to kind of confused, zooms in, and he yells in asterisks. He looks very scared, as you can see. Cuts back to King Boo. Do you want to know why my tongue is so big? We've seen this before. His mouth is moving in like 2 frames per year. He is bobbing up and down. Cuts back to Mr. Beast. He says why. Cuts to King Boo saying... Oh wait, no. Sorry, I got confused. Pardon me. King Boo was talking... Why my tongue is so big. I thought Mr. Beast was saying why, which he says later on. He says why my tongue is so big. Mr. Beast looks confused. Goes back to King Boo. Still floating up and down. So big. Has a closed expression. Cuts back to Mr. Beast. This is where he says why. Yep. Cuts back to King Boo. You're about to find out. I don't even know if that's the correct spelling of your, honestly. I'm not good at English. This is a very weird frame we have here. Looks like the Mr. Beast frame we had earlier. You're about to find out. He says as he starts to get closer to Mr. Beast. He gets out his Luigi's Mansion tongue. Not the Luigi's Mansion crown, but the Luigi's Mansion tongue. He says as he gets, I think, slightly closer to Mr. Beast, as he laughs in asterisks. Mr. Beast pulls out cash. You can see pixels on Mario's painting back there. He says the power of cash compels you. You can see his arm, like, shrinking. His elbow's not shrinking, but his arm is shrinking. Weird. Power of cash compels you. You can see his arm changing. It's shrinking, you can see down there. It's funny. The cash is like just a PNG that just gets thrown, no animation, no anything. Okay, these frames are very important, almost at the 27 mark. So King Boo, this frame he is not transparent. He starts to become more transparent as the cash goes right through him. Cash lands on the floor. King Boo becomes back to his normal, not transparent, opaque self. Mr. Beast opens his mouth. I think this is the second frame we get to see his tongue for. The power of cache. You can see some water building up in his eyes, too. It's been here this entire... Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see some water building up in his eyes, some tears. They do actually have animation if you look closely. Which is very high-tech for something like this. Cuts back to King Boo. Okay, you can see him turn into his Luigi's Mansion version. You can see his white eyes turn into the purple eyes as he gets closer. It's weird because, look, like, he looks to be, like, right at that doorway, right? But he gets closer, and yet he's not going through the doorway. It's like his arms aren't going through the doorway. He also starts to become more opaque. Okay, there we go. His arms go through the doorway. He starts to become more opaque for some reason. Now he goes back opaque. Oh! He, like, phased through... That's good. He phased, like, through the wall. Like, he did the cache. Okay. Cuts back to Mr. Beast. He screams. This is probably the most his mouth is going to be open. You can see some more tears in his eyes there. They still have animation. Cuts on... It stays on this frame for a while now. I'm mashing the arrow buttons. And, it stays on that frame. King Boo's eyes, well, eyelids, whatever, I don't know what they're called, tracked, go up as he goes back. He doesn't go opaque this time, or does he? No, he doesn't. He doesn't go opaque this time, because he's getting sucked up by the Poltergust, specifically the 5000 model from Luigi's Mansion 2. You can see his model in the Poltergust still until it disappears. As soon as he gets sucked up, the green hue in the entire mansion changes to blue. Although that floor, like right there and there, take a bit to change by the looks of things. Also at this time, the strobe on the Poltergust turns green from being inactive by the looks of things, weirdly enough. Also, this looks to be like the Poltergust 3000 model from the first game, just with like a strobe put on it. I don't know. It looks really weird. Obviously, all of the art in this was traced over, but it looks pretty weird. The lights kind of fade into blue. Hue shift. Stays on this frame for a bit. Cuts back to Mr. Beast. He still has animation in his eyes. He exhales. His head slightly moves a tiny bit. I think even his arms down there. He closes his eyes, he opens them, he blinks. Closes his mouth. Goes back to Luigi, zooms into the Poltergust, which is presumably where King Boo's being held. He says, Luigi, you can see the banana peel in Luigi's hand there. He says, Luigi, be reasonable. The Poltergust starts to shift a little bit. He says, reasonable in all caps. Mr. Beast's eyes and eyebrows start to move a tiny bit. Clearly in shock as to what just happened. It was just a Yoshi, he says, as the Poltergust still continues to shift. No shadow on the ground, just like a flat PNG put there rotating. Just a Yoshi. Yoshi's capitalized with an ellipsis after that. I think that's what it's called, an ellipsis. Zooms back over to Luigi. Camera zooms out a slight bit while it pans up to Luigi. Luigi holds up the banana peel as he says no with another ellipsis. Banana peel from, I assume, Mario Kart, because that's where the item came from. Either that or like Donkey Kong or something. It says no. Starts to shake. It shakes whenever King Boo talks, I assume. He says please, no. Skipping a few more frames. It cuts back to the Poltergust. Luigi puts the banana peel, which you can tell isn't his arm. It's like just the PNG being put. Like his arm is probably still like over here, like the PNG is just put there, because why would you have to animate that? So it was just a Yoshi. Conveniently, as I was talking about earlier, with how the Poltergust moves every time King Boo speaks, you can see it's not moving whenever he's speaking there. I guess just a lack of detail with that. Might have to make a part 2. Beanie Bros. Banana Peel is moving, as King Boo's talking about how it was just a Yoshi. Banana Peel gets dropped. As you can see, it kind of moves a bit to the right. Gets sucked into the poltergust. As King Boo starts screaming in agony because a banana peel got put in the poltergust. I don't know. Luigi puts his arm down to the side. So maybe it was his arm. Well, clearly it was his arm that held the banana peel, but it's off screen. Him screaming, obviously. Luigi, from my knowledge, starts smiling. Yep, there we go. His evil devilish grin. His eyebrows kind of go back to his eyelids. You can see Mario, his skin is pink. I assume just a result of like tone shift. Hue shift, I mean, sorry. I'll have to find those images that he's getting for these backgrounds, because I know they exist. It's like stock images somewhere. Zooms into Mr. Beast, as King Boo is screaming. Mr. Beast is now smiling. I was about to say he's no expression, but now he's smiling. That has been used like at least 5 times in this video. His eyes go a tiny bit up. Closes his mouth. He blinks. Then he starts singing the Mr. Beast 6000. Oh. He starts singing that. His eyes are temporarily closed, I think until the rest of the end of the video. Yep, Mr. Beast, and that's it. Yeah, that was that. I don't know why I did this.